Hello and welcome to the DFS underscore PhD show for today, the 12th of November. Remember, you're good enough, you're strong enough, and gosh darn it, someone's got to win that money. Might as well be us or the house, I guess, if we're doing sports book stuff. But congrats to Sheets who put down a solid wager on my Colby Parkinson slash Davis Allen lean from yesterday's video, which was one of my larger takes ever, and I was unable to really bet on it any way that I wanted to. So please do join the Discord. If you like that, you will find me saying stuff in legal gambling picks like uh, Davis Allen alt over and overs. And then I said in the other one, Colby Parkinson unders was what I was betting in the underdog chat. So I didn't have any better way to bet this. Ashan also didn't hit. So great. Davis Allen, anytime touchdown, 10-1. I know, not great. But that's all I have. So that's what we're doing. Okay, so let's move on to today. I'm still waiting to see. We just got the news a few minutes ago, I guess half an hour now, with Kessler out. I want to see what people assume will happen, where the field goes here, because I don't know. It's Utah versus Phoenix. We got Nurk, but Phoenix likes to do that other thing where they go small, but would they go small like in a way that's kind of being nice? You know what I mean? Like it's not really. I don't know. It's not for them that would be going small. It's for the other team. So I don't think they would go small in that circumstance, right? Wouldn't make sense. Anyway, so pretty easy slate to talk about. Let's start with the rules. Um, Max one Utah Center. This is me saying I don't know what's going on with this situation here in Utah. And so I'm going to boost both Eubanks. Oh, then I hit play again. I guess I didn't. I think I'm still trying to wait for their ownerships to update. Yeah, so now we got 16% Filipowski, still a completely unowned Eubanks. That's interesting. That's interesting. So I'm gonna put him a little bit lower, but I do think that it's not outside the range of outcomes that Eubanks plays 24 minutes, so shouldn't be unowned. I assume he'll eventually get to some ownership, but I mean they could also go small behind Filipowski slash Collins at the 5. So I have boosted Collins. So maybe that's what this rule needs to include. Maybe the rule needs to include Collins at the 5. Yeah. So now it's Max one Utah power forward center slash not Markkanen because Markkanen is his own thing. Okay. Still figuring that rule out, obviously. Still not sure exactly what to do with this Boston game. I expect it to be a blowout because Trey's out. So Keaton's fine. Probably Research. I think they'll let him play a while in the blowout. Not forever, but a while, long enough to smash. Have they been doing that? They've been getting blown out, right? Atlanta, I can get a good 12 points. When was the last Atlanta blowout, and how long did Research play? Here we go. Nice. Firm blowout to Boston. Research played the full fourth for 30 minutes. So they like to do that. That's like, yesterday, who was it? Tari Eason. They just put Tari Eason because they're out there because they like to watch and score and stuff. I think that's what they do with Research and blowout time. So for me, one of the great plays of the slate, because people think he's running hot. He's not. He's doing everything, and he's gonna have to do more with the big guy out, Trey. So we got questionable Tatum. No reason for Tatum to play in this game if he's hurt at all. So I expect that maybe we get him sitting. Don't really care though. I've got my blowout rule on for Boston. So max one of the 3, and then max one out of Pritchard or Jalen. So I'm only getting my Jalen Johnsons together with one of Brown or Tatum, and I'm getting Pritchard on his own island with other dudes. Max 2 out of 3 Minnesota bigs. You guys know that rule and why we do that rule. It's because those guys are perennially underowned because people average in their foul troubles. And you don't average them in. You just play all of them at their max case because that's all you care about. And 2 out of 3 of them will hit their max case on any given slate. So you got really unowned Nas Reed, hasn't gone off in a while. Still a 15% chance one of these other guys gets an early foul trouble, granted against nobody. Is Nas Reed playing in a blowout? This is what I'm concerned about. I'm concerned Nas is not playing in blowouts because he gets kind of squeezed on both ends when they have this big, yeah, when they have a large spread because they don't play him at the very end. Yeah, he's definitely not closing it. He's going to lose these last minute or two, but he is getting a little bit of fun time, right? No, he's not coming back at all. Blowouts are really dangerous for Nas. So I don't know. That's maybe got to come down a little bit on Nas. because he gets squeezed on both ends, right? If he doesn't get in there with the foul trouble, he's not going to get in there in garbage time either. And Portland susceptible to garbage time. They're real bad. But yeah, the plays that I think not as many people are on. I guess yeah. Let me look at leverage here. Have I boosted people? Yeah, I've boosted a few people, but not. Yeah, I guess some people do. Somebody mentioned, can I go slowly through projections I've changed and stuff? I mostly talk about it. Like Keaton Wallace is just a few minutes light, so I went from 18 to 22. It's just a slight boost in minutes from 22 to whatever 28 started. I think he gets 28-ish minutes. Um, Tyus Jones, same thing. He's projected for 5 minutes light, so I added 5 minutes. Bitadze, same thing, 5 minutes light for his smash case. Brunson just under projected from some down games recently. Ayton, same thing. He just is like not getting enough run. But if this game stays competitive, it's because DeAndre Ayton's smashing, right? That's like the only option. Jalen Johnson, I'm fine being underweight. It's a tough ask for him today. He's a great player, but tough ask. I don't really want to play anybody from Golden State, but I don't know. This game could be interesting. I mean, Melton, right? So should just say like besides Melton, I don't want to play anybody from Golden State. Now Melton, like I understand why he's going 22%. If you could trust Steve Kerr, he would be 65%. But this appropriately takes into account you cannot trust Steve Kerr. So when Steve Kerr says, "Yeah, I really like what we got. We're going to definitely keep doing that." No, they're not going to keep doing it. They're going to slightly tweak it every game and be weird about it like they always are. So 30%, he's a solid play. I mean, if you could go higher. You could go 50% if you got a high risk tolerance or whatever, because if he really gets those minutes, clearly the best play of the slate. But beyond that, you've got both the concern about minutes and guys got to hit shots within those minutes. Like, Kuminga is 22. That seems long. He's need more than 22 minutes, right? 26, 29, 25, 26. Yeah, that's just light on Kuminga's minutes. So I'm happy with getting to a little bit more Kuminga here, probably. If he's going to be, I'll be 3.5 times the field on that. He's just getting more minutes than is being accounted for here. So, but generally, that's a problem for Golden State. They're not getting consistent minutes for any of their dudes. But here, we're just projecting for Kuminga for 22 minutes. It's like he's bad, but I mean, not that bad. Pods, if you want to play pods, I'm not going to talk you off him. He's just slightly outside of my value tolerance for the slate. Top values: Keaton Wallace, Tyus Jones, DeAnthony Melton, Bitadze are pretty much it. Then you've got these new values that are kind of filtering in. Yeah, right. I got to click the button. These still aren't accounting for the big change with Utah. Let's look and see if they've gotten an update. Been like half an hour. 10:35. Come on, dudes. Let's get better numbers here. It's been a while. I need better numbers. But also I understand this is not the time to actually make your lineups when I do this video. So I understand why SaberSim's slow on this. They don't want to encourage you. They don't want to encourage you to be here at your computer, clicking at 11 a.m. That's not the right time. All the new information will still be new before lock, right? You can learn and go from there. But after lock, that's when you need to be swapped. So this game is at 6 o'clock. We might not get news about starters, and it's definitely within the range of outcomes that you get a Eubanks starter, best play of the slate. So be sure that you have built in the rule, like I have, max one Utah center that includes Eubanks starting best play of the slate. Because you know what? Yeah, that's right. The case here is 24 Eubanks. They start him and it's not a spot start. It's a trying to match up. I mean, because last year Eubanks was the backup to Nurkic, right? In Phoenix. So there's a case to be made for matchups like that. He's practiced against him in practice for an entire year last year. He knows how to guard him, right? But I mean, stylistically, Filipowski's a better match. So I don't know. I can make either case in my head, and that's great. Love to be able to, make either case in my head. I sit here and play Waiting for Godot with myself until the end of time. Or just keep making this podcast. Thank you always, by the way, for joining us. Like, comment, subscribe, hit the notification bell so you know when everything goes live. It's hard to remember to hit all the platforms. But yeah, also, I enjoy talking to you guys and got a fun one today. Game theory today, very interesting, getting more interesting by the second with these people being ruled out. And yeah, I tried to wait long enough to get the, enough news about here. All right, we don't want 40%. Mike Eubanks play 10% maybe. If we don't get more news, 20%. pre-lock. I mean, I want to have some flexibility. I'm trying to look at who the earlier centers are. Cat, a little bit of opportunity cost. So I don't know, 15% chance this Eubanks play pays off, and 35% chance, no, 50%, 35% chance. We got to take into account the going small aspect. So I don't think Juzag is up enough yet. Like Juzag played a lot of minutes last game. Could play a lot of minutes again. He's just going to be the guy who soaks up minutes in garbage time. So if he's really going to be totally unowned, I'm fine with taking a little Juzag, even with Keontae back, which I'm assuming was part of the reason you saw Juzag. Now that I'm thinking about it, let me unclick that Juzag amount. Don't really want Keontae's like he's a little overpriced. He's coming back from an injury. Is he going to be full go? Could he go off and smash and just make me feel silly? Yes. But am I going to be feeling silly? Yes, I'm not going to play him. Okay, what else we got? Let me go over here to I ran that. We got the simulations in. Okay, so top leverage plays on DK before I leave it. Make sure I've covered all the cases. Yes, I've talked about why all these guys would be top leverage plays. Don't understand completely unknown Peyton Pritchard today. Don't get it. Don't get it. 0.6%. I'll take a fair amount of Peyton Pritchard at 5K. He's gotten expensive. He's like, take a bunch of shots. He's going to be the guy. I mean, he's not going to be out there into the depths of garbage time, but he's going to smash, and they're going to leave him out there until he finishes smashing. So, anyway, I've left 10% and I'd be massively overweight on Peyton Pritchard just smashing against Atlanta, just not playing very good defense. The rest of this all makes sense to you probably because of the rules, etc. That's a lot of Brandon. I mean, any Brandon Miller's a lot. Yeah. Okay, that's down to regular leverage. Biggest fades. Grayson Allen. We got Chalk Grayson Allen Day. I don't know, guys. Chalk Dyson Daniels Day. I don't know, guys. These guys are getting up. I mean, Grayson Allen's not getting up in price. He's got good opportunities of fine play. Still has his shots. Like if he doesn't his shots, still go 10 even in 30 minutes or something. So Dyson Daniels, a little bit better argument for him, but like minutes 37? Is that seems high. 36, 38, 37. It's the median of the last three. Seems a little high for me, so I don't know. I'm fine with the fade. Ant-Man has to hit shots to get there. Fine with the fade. Jalen Johnson today because of the blowout. Fine with the fade. Steph Curry today because, I mean, every day because he just doesn't get enough minutes. I mean, it's fine if you want to play him, but he just, what's his upside? 54, 50, 60? These other guys could score 70 or whatever. Like Giannis or whatever could score 80. You know, he's just out there doing everything for his team. That's not Steph anymore. Scoot is blowout guy. That's why he's there. In the blowout, you need him. But beyond that, like I think people overestimate the chance of a blowout in this Portland, Minnesota game. I think it's kind of okay chance it stays close because Minnesota not very good. And Portland kind of like a good matchup for Minnesota in a I don't know. I'm talking myself more and more into betting some weird sides of that. You want to have a lot of Milwaukee guys. We had some weird bench pieces that are out there, right? Yeah. So you get some Rollins, you get some. Was there anybody else? Giannis, obviously, but he's right. These are on my least leverage plays. I will have them on the most leverage. So let's go over to FanDuel. I've told you all of my DraftKings plays. On FanDuel, it's pretty similar. Not a very different slate. They have the same games. So first time in a while that the two sites have had the same games. They both have decent competitions. 4-4-4 is all right on FanDuel. Get over there before it is done. Don't know what happened to all my lineups here. On the value on FanDuel, though, Filipowski now going to grade out is probably the best value over there. And then for me, it's all those Minnesota guys. So the max 2 out of 3 rule should be charging on FanDuel. You got 6% Nas Reed, 7% Gobert, 22% Randall. I mean, 22% Randall's probably fine, but beyond that, I'm backing up the truck probably. I'm having some representation at least. I don't know about backing up the truck. Let's have a look. What does it say to do here? A little Bradley Beal. That's a bit much, but he's going to have more opportunities in that situation there for the time being. I'll take 50% though. 50-50 Beal goes off. 50-50 he kills you. Scoot. We just talked about the chance of Scoot garbage time. I think I pegged it. Well, what's his price? 5K on FanDuel? I'm not into it. Not into that play. That's 35%. No, 30%. It's less than 30% chance they blow him out and require a scoot smash. Filipowski is more my guy for being the next, yeah. Booker at Adebayo. Interesting. Oh, he's underpriced on FanDuel. Okay, Adebayo maybe coming core on FanDuel just because why not? And Filipowski will let him go up to the top level, top rung because he's clearly the best value on FanDuel. Isaac. I'm not sure what to do with Isaac. I saw 19 minutes. Saw 19 minutes from Isaac. That's big, man. That's big for him. It's like the scale of his life. I mean, Jonathan Isaac stats. Last year, 16 minutes. 12 minutes the year before, 11 minutes the year before, 14 minutes. He's been on a weird limit that was like, I thought it was medical. But if he gets to 19, if he gets to 20, if he's going to 24 minutes, Jonathan Isaac, you better have a taste, man. You better have a taste of Jonathan Isaac because as soon as he hits a little bit of getting extended for any reason, I mean, WCJ is out, right? There's a reason. There's a reason. He is a smash. And I mean, like, I don't know if he's going to ever get those minutes, but you better be ahead of it when Jonathan Isaac gets those minutes. He's not going to be core. It's a weird little, like, it's a weird play. He's better on FanDuel than because, like, he can still get there in, 19 minutes on FanDuel. I mean, right? This is 16 minutes we're projecting him for. Let's get him up. Let's get him up to 24. Let's get him up to 19 minutes. If he gets the minutes he saw in the last game, how much would they say I should have of him? I think I have to re-hit the contest sim button after I change the projection. Maybe even re-hit the rebuild lineup. I forget how much of it I have to redo, but I think I definitely it has to redo the contest with the new prior. But anyway, I expect I will get to more Jonathan Isaac. I'm not limiting my Jonathan Isaac. He's not quite core, but totally fine to have a lot of Jonathan Isaac. Just like I mean, Melton's a little bit more fringy on FanDuel. Okay. Yes, Jonathan Isaac, 100%. That's a little much, but you see the point. I will put Jonathan Isaac on FanDuel's absolute top rung of value because him, Filipowski, almost the same to me. In terms of, I'll go a little lower on Isaac just because I have the uncertainty with his playing time. But the actual, just like the player and the price point, very similar for Filipowski and Isaac on this slate. We also have Ryan Dunn, different positionality, and he's just a stronger play, slightly lower usage guy, but in a better position. So still fine with that play. Again, I mean, Kuminga, we just saw, right? He had so many minutes. I'm fine with it. I think I have to play Kuminga. I don't want to. You hear me? I'm ready to be popped. I'm going to be popped by, not popped. I'm going to be popped by Steve Kerr. So that's great. That's referring to Popovich, and hope he's doing well, by the way. Can't be casting aspersions at a guy when he's down in the dumps. Okay. So, yeah, that's pretty much all I got to say for today's slate. Pretty similar, pretty fun slates everywhere. Yeah, so remember, you're good enough, you're strong enough, you got started. Someone's got to win that money. Might as well be yes.